It's been a while since I've done one of these. I remember how popular my last poll was. It had over 200 comments within the first hour, which is a lot, especially back then. I want to do more interactive things on this channel, so today I'm asking you, who is best background pony? Now this is a question I've been wanting to ask for a while, and since Slice of Life just recently aired, now is the best time. While before we could only depend on fan interpretations and headcanons, now we have official stuff to go off of. To clarify, when I say background pony, I'm talking about the background 6. These are the characters that were primarily expanded upon in Slice of Life. The contestants are DJ Pony, or Final Scratch, Dr. Hooves, Derpy, Octavia, Special Agent Sweetie Drops, and Lyra. I acknowledge that there are other background ponies in the show which aren't on this list, but a poll by nature can't be open-ended. These are just the 6 most significant, so leave your personal favorite of these in the comments. I'll count up the results and post them in a later video. If you're wondering who my personal favorite is, I'm not going to give my own answer until I post the rest of the results. I wouldn't want to bias the outcome. With that said, comment away. I'm going to take the rest of this video to touch on 2 points I missed in last week's video. First of all, the changeling. I theorized how the random changeling during that wedding scene might have been there to benefit from the widely available love. It was, after all, a wedding. If a civilized changeling did live in Ponyville, of course they would show up. But this probably isn't what's going on here. Remember, changelings don't exactly have the best reputation after... yeah, that. It wouldn't make sense for a changeling to walk into a public place without changing forms. And even though the invasion happened in Camelot, the princesses were in the same room. At least they would have noticed if he was just some random changeling off the streets. This would lead me to believe he had some special permission, perhaps even from the princess herself, to join the wedding. As suspicious as it would be, I'm sure Celestia would allow a changeling guest, with caution of course. Because changelings aren't that well trusted, his ability to change forms might have been temporarily suspended in order to avoid confusion during his stay. We know the technology is possible from the Equestria Games episode. In the comments of my last video, Can Cream brought to my attention the possibility that the changeling was one of Cranky's friends that he encountered on his search for Matilda. That would definitely explain why he was at Cranky's wedding. CC said the love there would just be an extra benefit. Possibly that changeling will become significant in a later episode. I hope so, not to pat myself on the back, but changelings are pretty cool. Now back to Cranky. We can assume his adventures around Equestria were also what led him to meet Stephen Magnet as well. I like the idea that during his search for Matilda, Cranky had a series of adventures around Equestria that resulted in him making friends with changelings and sea monsters alike. Perhaps Cranky will have some knowledge that will help the main 6 in a future world-building episode. Next, I want to talk about magic. A couple weeks back, I briefly discussed the relationship between magic and science in the show. I didn't think this was anything the writers would ever bring up, but little did I know the very next episode to air would do just that. Near the beginning of the episode, the Doctor talked about how trying to find the solution to time travel was his life's work. He even said it had taken centuries of research.
My life's work. Decades, centuries really, of research and experimentation, and I really had it cracked.
I guess that means Dr. Hooves can regenerate. Time Pony confirmed. You know, I bet he has 2 hearts. But that's besides the point. The Doctor's research on making time come forward to you was in vain. Magic already allows for time travel, as the audience has seen. But as he stated in his monologue, there are things magic can't explain, which is where science comes in and makes more things possible. However, the lines between the two aren't as distinct as he's making them out to be. Just look at his flameless fireworks. Before the wedding, the Doctor couldn't figure out how to ignite them. This is because they required love, something you can't find in some lonely lab. It's fascinating how the answer to a scientific pursuit was a magical one. Perhaps science and magic are more connected than we thought. As Arthur C. Clarke put it, magic is just science we don't understand. So keep on researching, Doctor. Oh yeah, and don't forget to vote for your favorite background pony in the comments. This is the Brony Notion signing out until next Thursday. Brohoof.